Hello, story lovers, and welcome to our magical corner of the world. Today, we're journeying to the misty glens and ancient castles of Scotland for a very special tale. Have you ever felt so light that you could just float away? Well, get ready to meet someone who actually can. This is the story of the Light Princess. It's a classic Scottish fairy tale, perfect for anyone who loves stories filled with humour, courage, and a whole lot of heart. It's a tale about a princess who literally loses her gravity and discovers that it's love that truly gives weight and meaning to our lives. So gather round, get comfortable, and let's begin our adventure. Once upon a time, nestled amongst the rolling green hills and sparkling lochs of Scotland, there lived a king and a queen in a grand castle. For many years, their greatest wish was to have a child. The king, being a rather impatient man, would often huff and puff about it. When will we have an heir to the throne? He'd grumble, pacing the great hall. But the queen, who was wise and gentle, would simply smile and tell him, "Patience, my dear. All good things come in time." And she was right. At long last, their wish was granted. A daughter was born, a little princess who was as beautiful as a perfect summer's day. She had hair like morning sunshine and eyes as blue as the deep, clear water of a mountain lake. The entire kingdom rejoiced. Bells rang from every tower, and feasts were prepared. The king and queen were overjoyed, their hearts were full, and their castle was finally filled with the sweet sound of a baby's laughter. They decided to throw the grandest christening party the kingdom had ever seen, inviting everyone from far and wide to celebrate the birth of their precious princess. But in all the excitement and celebration, a very important invitation was forgotten. The king's own sister, a princess named Mechmanoit, was overlooked. Now, Mechmanoit was no ordinary princess. She was clever and sharp, but also bitter and cruel, and she dabbled in arts that were best left alone. When she heard of the grand party to which she was not invited, a storm of fury gathered in her heart. She felt slighted and disrespected. And so, on the day of the christening, as guests brought gifts of silver and silk, an uninvited guest arrived. The grand doors of the hall swung open, and there stood Princess Mechmanoit, a wicked gleam in her eye. The hall fell silent. The king and queen looked on in shock. Princess Mechmanoit strode towards the cradle where the baby princess lay sleeping. Instead of a gift, she brought a curse. With a wave of her hand and a few whispered words, she declared that the little princess would have no gravity. She would be light in body and in spirit, unable to take anything seriously, destined to float through life without a care or a tear. And with that, she vanished, leaving behind a bewildered court and a curse that would change the princess's life forever. The baby began to float right out of her cradle, giggling as she bobbed in the air, completely unaware of the strange and challenging life that lay ahead of her. What will happen to the Light Princess? Can a life without gravity truly be a happy one? We'll find out in the next part of our story. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're enjoying this magical tale, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss the rest of the princess's incredible journey. We can't wait to see you again for our next chapter. Until then, may your days be filled with wonder.